Hi everyone, I'm Stephen and welcome to Audio Nautica, and it's teardown time. This is our Polk Audio CS250S. This is the second brand new speaker that I ever bought. I bought this in August 1996 to be the center channel for my center speaker for my home theatre, and it is still the center speaker for my home theatre. So I paid 515 Australian dollars for this back in 1996, so that means that it's cost me $20 a year to have this speaker. Nothing too exciting about it. Frequency response 80 Hz to 25 kHz, 150 watts per channel, 90 dB efficiency. So the efficiency is pretty good. I mean, it does everything that I want it to do, which is the reason why I still have it. Yes, I could have spent some more money and got one that was, a bit more bigger, a bit more powerful, maybe a slightly lower frequency response, but, it's to basically produce essentially dialogue on the center channel. And that's all that it does, so it's perfectly fine for doing that, and that is why I have not run out and bought a new one. So here's the rear, a little bit of mold on the back of it still, which I need to clean off. A terrible mold problem at the moment. It's just been so damp. It's just unbelievable. These stick-on stickers here. So let me just deal with the mold and I'll be right back. Right, so I sprayed it with 100% ISO and that should kill it. Let's just start getting these screws out now. And just while I'm doing this on this first driver, can I ask you that if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm very thankful if you do so. I'm also on Instagram and I'm on Patreon. So let's see, we'll get this first driver out. I've never had this speaker apart. I have had the other Polk Audio speakers that I have, they have been apart for various reasons. But this one has never ever been apart, so let's have a little look-see and see what we find. Okay, here's our first driver coming out. Oh, nice generous leads. MW4801, date of assembly May 15, 1996. Fairly solid little unit, so we'll just leave him there for now. So we can see the cases. It kind of looks more like chipboard. It looks more like chipboard than it looks like MDF. So it does look rather flimsy. But anyway, it survived 25 years, so I guess I can't really complain. And I'm presuming that this driver will probably be exactly the same. While I'm doing that, I can look at the back. Yeah, it says on the data sheet what the drivers are. It says it's got two MW4801s, which is exactly what's in there. Okay, it's a bit of a how's your father gasket arrangement, but it would appear that it works. I just hope it still works when I put it all back together. So I'm sure you can see in there sheet of well, it's not really foam, but I just can't remember what it's called right at this second. You can also probably see, looking in the other hole, there's the port which we saw on the front, and I can see that it looks like the crossover is mounted on the back of the the speaker terminal on the terminals. So I'll probably need to put these drivers back in order to have a look at the crossover. But I can already see that there's not much to it, and it's just a few components soldered onto the back of the connector, the terminals. Let's have a look at this tweeter, see if it looks any good. Okay. Date of assembly, April 25, 1996, Polk SL5001. Alright, well, that's the drivers. That's pretty much all there is to see on this side. So why don't I put these back in, and then I'll swing it around and we'll have a look at the crossover. Okay, we'll just take out this terminals now, just so that we can have a look at the crossover. Yep, there we are. Crossover is tacked onto the back. Three components that I can see: big open core inductor, a capacitor and a resistor, and that's it. So that's pretty much all that there is to see inside this Polk Audio CS250S speaker. To be honest, it to me feels a little bit cheaper than I thought that it would. But anyway, I guess for $20 a year, can't really complain that too much. It does do what I want it to do, and I guess there's plenty of cheaper and nastier speakers out there. I mean, I'm not saying that it's cheap and nasty, but you know, it just as I say, it just seems cheaper than I expected. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, just as I finish putting this thing back together. If you did enjoy it, once again, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I really look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.